Do you feel like putting your relationship on the internet adds pressure to stay together? Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we are so effing excited to film this video. We are doing a Q&A mukbang. We still have no idea how to say it. We've only done one of these before and it was pretty much our favorite video we've ever filmed, mostly because we get to eat. Today we have a feast before us, a sushi feast. A lot of it couldn't even fit in shot. There's a lot here. They gave us 3 sets of chopsticks again, so I mean, game on. It's a cruel world, but we'll push through. What does that even mean? We do have to thank Squarespace for sponsoring this week's video. Thank you, Squarespace. I will talk about them a little bit later. For now, we do have to show you a close-up of this sushi. It is way too pretty to just have this view. So let's jump right into a little overlay. Oh my god. Wow. Yummy. Seamless. For those of you who follow our Instagram, we'll plug it down here. We have just gotten kind of experimental with sushi. Before, we only used to do chicken teriyaki rolls and spicy crispy roll.
Neither of which included any raw or any type of fish or meat or any, well, meat, but no fish.
And our friends made fun of us for being the whitest sushi eaters ever. And I mean, fair play. So they forced us at knife point to try more sushi, and we did, and we loved it. We asked you guys on our Instagram to send us some Q&A questions. Q&A questions. I guess we do the A, they do the Q. But we do have to say, the only reason we're filming a Q&A is because you guys have been asking for it for quite a while, and we couldn't figure out if it's because you guys just like the theme of a Q&A, or if because we've only done about 3 over 3 years that you actually have no idea what's going on in our life, and that's your only insight.
I feel like it's because we've only done 3 in our whole lives.
I feel like it's a tight race between the 2, but maybe we just don't update people enough as to what's going on.
That is a frequent problem of ours. I wish there was a way that we could solve that. I wish there was a way we could just, you know, post frequently for everybody to see. But I don't know. It's on the tip of my tongue. I don't know.
We could build a blog.
Where?
Squarespace.
Thank God.
Squarespace is a website building platform where we were able to build a cute blog in just a few clicks.
Their award-winning templates made it easy to document our life updates, no matter how personal.
Their blogging tools include the ability to categorize, share, and schedule your posts, making it super easy to brag about how perfect our relationship is.
We added pictures, videos, and long, mushy text posts too for when we're feeling extra lovey.
Thanks, Squarespace. If you guys want to make a blog yourself, you can check out squarespace.com for a free trial.
And when you're ready to launch, you can head to squarespace.com/Paige and Holly to get 10% off your first purchase of website or domain.
Thanks, Squarespace.
On to the food. Yeah.
Let's go.
I suppose we need a question as well, don't we?
Oh, I really jumped ahead.
All right, we'll do sushi, and then we'll ask the question.
Okay, but even more before that, the first of first, we need a thumb blast. We need a notification ding-a-ling-a-ling. Subscribe and comment your favorite type of sushi below, please. That's it. And now we can eat.
I've never been so in love.
No. I'm not great at the chopsticks, but I do my best.
Someone asked if we want pets. Now, if we have answered this, we're only answering it again now because it has entirely changed.
Totally.
Everyone's been asking that either is a baby or a dog coming first. The answer is either neither or definitely not a dog. We're not cat people anyway.
We don't fit the stereotype for the cats.
No, we don't. And also, we have been so put off of dogs recently. Oh my god, sorry, this is the biggest piece of sushi I've ever seen. I just think it's a no-go. I'm really sorry to everyone that I've disappointed and let down.
They're too much work, they're too much responsibility.
We want to travel. I mean, it's not fair to the dog. And our family, well, my family's not here, and Paige's family isn't like a dog family either, so we've got no one really that would like take care of them.
Not to mention the mess and the allergies. And if we ever do want to have kids, like there's a window where we've got this time to travel and like do all the things we want. And I think with a dog, it would be harder.
What's your favorite romantic thing you do for each other that isn't typically romantic?
I don't know.
Don't think too hard. I know there's a long list that you're deciding between.
I'm very anxious. It's just like little things that you do. When you know that I'm anxious, you'll take over without me even having to say anything at all. So for example, if I drove somewhere and we get to the store and you see that I'm anxious, without me even having to ask you to drive home, you'll take the keys and you'll start the car and drive for us, so that I don't even have to ask you. You do to make my life easier when I'm feeling stressed without me having to say a word. So
I only want to make your life easier. The second I make your life harder, just punch me in the neck or something.
okay.
Preparing.
I'm just kidding.
The first thing that came to mind, Paige, was the fact that you always make me my tea in the morning. That to me is so romantic. I don't know where I'd be without my morning tea. And you always get my toothbrush ready. If you're in the bathroom first, you always put toothpaste on my brush. It's whoever gets in there first. And that is just such like a really nice thing that you do.
What was the biggest benefit as a couple going through a pandemic?
Good question. Biggest benefit, because a lot of people focus so much on the negative stuff that you don't really even think about the positive. I'm not sure if this was the biggest positive, but I would say that I know you better than I ever thought I could. Being literally stuck with one person, whether you like it or not. We went through like our ups and downs, highs and lows, for sure, and I got to know you so much better. I think we communicate so much better.
Absolutely.
Only because we went through such a shitty patch of being moody, being grumpy, being depressed, stressed, anxious, and because we got out of that, I feel like now we rarely have a fight or any kind of tiff.
Just our whole dynamic of our relationship has changed. I'm very grateful for everything. I know we had some really tough times in between, but in the end, like, I'm so grateful for all of these experiences and tough moments in my life to be able to spend them with you.
I must stop the video for a brief moment because I've sincerely dropped the ball as your girlfriend. Can everyone please just take a second to admire Paige's new haircut? Everybody, come on. Fashionista, you're so hot. You're so hot.
Edna Mode. I feel like Toad. Yeah! I shouldn't have done it.
Paige always makes a joke whenever I try and make her feel sexy as her way of coping with the uncomfiness of being complimented on screen. So, I'm gonna move swiftly on, but I did just want to take a second to highlight how beautiful you look and you are, and I think it really suits you. Okay?
Okay.
Anyway, back to the questions.
You didn't want any more Toad?
One more.
You know, I've decided to get
No, just one more. Toad eating sushi. Come on, what would he say?
Fish! No, that's not. I'm thinking, what am I doing? I'm
The charge before. Do you guys have little fights on a daily or frequent basis? How do you guys make up if so? Sorry, I really timed that well. That's like the waitress that comes by and goes, "You enjoying everything?" Right after you just shoved spaghetti right in. Are you enjoying everything? Everything tasting good? Have you guys anything else?
Sorry, the question was,
do we fight frequently? And if so, how do we make up?
I would say there are times in the day, usually a couple times, where we just get a little annoyed with each other over something dumb and insignificant, but there's nothing like serious that we fight about anymore, really. Like, there's really not much. You get me and I feel like I get you. I think it almost hurts more sometimes if you do something, like it bothers me more because I'm like, you
so
know
true.
me.
Yes.
Certain things bother me and yeah, I guess you more for that type of thing, but for the most part, we're okay.
We're doing all right. I never even thought about that perspective before, but yes, if we have a fight now, it is bigger.
It's more
than
personal.
what they used to. Yeah, because you should know better, or I should know better, should I say?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Doing good. But usually we try and joke our way out of them. But if that person is like going through their own stuff and it's not vibing the same way with the banter back and forth, I find both of us are quite quick to either apologize or just cut it and be like, "What's wrong? Are you okay?"
Yeah.
Someone asked Abby or Paige so Holly can redeem herself. Still Abby. Always Abby. For best sister-in-law. that could ever exist, to my stunning bride-to-be, Paige, who will always be my number one in my entire life.
The fact that you even tried to twist that joke disturbs
I did
me.
it for them.
What about the newbies who really don't understand this shit?
They're like, who's Abby? Abby's Paige's sister,
Yes.
whom I love platonically, and her sister I love
Romantically.
romantically.
Sexually.
I was gonna say sexually, but I thought it was too much. I love you sexually.
And promiscuously.
That too. Took the word right out of my mouth.
And erotically. I can just keep going.
One more.
Anally? No. Any trips to another country planned?
Abby moved to Sweden for a job, so Paige and I are gonna go out there and visit her. And I think we're gonna pair it with the UK as well, so we get to see my family. So that's hopefully happening early next year. So that's super exciting. Our friends are going to Iceland for a weekend. They got like this awesome mega deal. They pretty much threw the offer out there to everybody. So we're like, okay, maybe for once we'll be spontaneous. But I would say top of our list would probably be somewhere like, we really want to do a tour of Thailand, don't we?
Yeah.
What about you?
Thailand for sure would be my top place.
Top. Okay, awesome. Has Paige told Holly which outfit it was that she pretended to like?
No, I haven't. And I don't plan on it.
Why?
Because I just love to be in the powerhouse. I'm the mitochondria of our cell. Science nerds will get that one.
This actually did kind of build into a fight ages ago, pretty much after we did the video, because I'm like, okay, you don't want to tell me on camera, what is it? And she is so gung-ho about not telling me. It really pissed me off to not know. And now I'm always on edge every time I dress.
I told you, I promise you, if you wear it, I will tell you.
It's so frustrating. Ask me something before I kill you.
Will both of you be wearing a wedding dress?
I don't know. I think you're for sure yes.
We've been asked this question before, and we used to always say, like, yes, we both wanted a dress.
But the thing that threw me off, I might wear a pantsuit now, or a jumpsuit rather, because of the hot girl from Station 19. I don't know if she was just so hot or if that thing was so cool that it's completely swayed me the other way.
You will look phenomenal.
I
no matter
won't
what.
look like her.
You'll look better. If you walk down in a goddamn garbage bag, I would faint. From beauty.
Yeah. You gotta be quicker with that. My heart was going out.
Sorry. How have you adapted to going full-time in YouTube?
The answer is that we haven't really adapted to it. I think we've really been struggling over the past few months, Paige and I, to get a balance with YouTube and with social media and stuff and work. It's been quite tough actually to get to force ourselves into a routine.
Yeah,
when we don't have to have one.
I would like to eventually get into a proper routine.
Yeah.
That's something we've been trying to work out. I think the biggest thing for me anyway, it is involved in every aspect of our life from the moment we wake up to the moment that we go to bed. And while in some ways it is really nice because it's like we're doing what we love all the time, in other ways it's hard to kind of let that go a little bit and focus on like our relationship, on us, our family, things like that matter, that are outside of YouTube. And I think finding that balance and figuring out how we can have a healthy mix of both is something moving on to the end of this year I'd really like to hopefully focus on and get it better.
When are we getting married? When are we having kids? I think as far as the lesbian world goes, we move very, very slow. Like I feel married to you emotionally already. It's just like without the big ceremony and all the rings and stuff. Before when I was younger, I'd be like married at 24, kids by 28, like everything was like boom, 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 and now I'm 26 and it's like, whoa.
Well, even if you go back to an old Q&A, even if an old one, I believe that was the question where they asked us when did they think we would like be married or engaged.
26?
I think we said 26.
Oh!
So,
oh yeah, chicken.
I could be wrong. Somebody needs to look this up.
What about kids?
When I was younger, I wanted kids way earlier. I probably would have said I wanted them about now or like next year or something. But now that I am just a giant baby, I know that I could not take care of another little baby. I'm thinking 30 is kind of the age maybe to have a kid. 32. I don't know if you're looking at me as in that's early or late. Could be 35, 28, some spreads.
Both of us have a really amazing relationship with our mum, and in our experience, isolated, both of our mums had us quite young, like our 20s.
Yeah.
Right? So we're able to have that relationship with them because they were young as we were young growing up.
Yeah.
So I think that's all we can relate it to, and that's what we want for our own kids as well.
But we'll be hip and cool no matter what age.
I expect so. I don't know though, these Gen Z fashion trends have me just sick to my stomach.
Let's talk about it. Parachute pants, or whatever they're called.
Flare.
Big flare jean.
Why is the flare coming back?
I feel like this must be like our midlife crisis / like us getting old. Because I think you are officially declared old when you don't
don't get trends.
the latest fashion trend. Because my whole life I've always liked the trend. Now am I the old like mother that just doesn't know?
What are you kids up to with your big jeans and your little tiny tops?
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Oh my god. I'm 25. I will be 30, turning 31. Oh my god. I see myself married to you.
That's good enough for me.
I imagine being quite large because I'm pregnant.
There were so many ways to phrase that.
I thought I would just keep people on their toes there. Yeah, I think by then I will be pregnant with our baby. I will do baby number 1, but you're doing baby number 2. Okay? Well, you best decide that before I spit one out the canal, as they say.
That's my unborn child. That's my unborn child you're talking about. Spitting out the canal. How dare you?
You want to do it? No. I hope in 5 years we're still doing YouTube.
Yep.
We're married.
Yep.
I'm maybe pregnant.
Yep.
Maybe thinking about getting pregnant.
Paige and I have had this goal since beginning to work for ourselves that when we save up enough money after the house, we are gonna send our parents on a trip of their dreams. That's been a massive goal for us. Basically, it's something we first talked about when we like went on our first date or something.
Yeah.
So we want to send, we want to pay for their trip. So I would love to be able to do that in the next 5 years. Just to say thank you for everything. We've been extremely fortunate the way we've grown up and the way we've been raised, and we just want to make sure they know that.
That's a good one.
5 years, baby. I think so.
I think we can.
I think we can too. Especially thanks to Squarespace.
Have you gotten less clingy after being together for so long?
No,
Not at all.
more clingy.
The most clingy. I feel like we do the handcuff challenge without any handcuffs.
If I'm on the sofa, no part of my body is touching Paige, I will force her to just put her foot on my leg or something.
That happened today.
Just even this makes me feel so much better.
I know.
I feel safe right now. Not safe, safe, not safe, safer. You stepped on my joke.
I'm so sorry.
Not safe, safest. But unfortunately, Paige stepped on the punchline, and so we're here. Maybe we'll get married in 6 years now.
No, I'm sorry.
Take it back. Do you feel like putting your relationship on the internet adds pressure to stay together?
Wow, that is a great question.
I think it's very valid.
It would be very easy for that to be true for a lot of people. I can completely understand why people may feel the need to do that, or like maybe that they do have these pressures in a relationship and online. But do I personally ever feel that way? No, and I never have for even a second. But I get it. Like I get why people would.
I think if we ever did have to fake it, we've set the mush bar so high, Paige, we would have to be A-list actors to measure up. Imagine we hated each other and we had to be all like, no you, no you.
No, we're not good liars. We're not good.
You've seen our acting skills. If anything has brought us closer together because we get to do like fun things like this. Like we wouldn't have sat down tonight and asked each other questions about our relationship or had any of these reflections without being able to do this kind of stuff. We love it and it makes us happy and excited. I wouldn't do it anymore if I didn't feel this way.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah. Well, Are you done sushi? Are you full?
I am full of sushi and mush.
Oh. I will say, I didn't even touch your chicken sushi.
I had 2 and honest to God.
It was the worst one here.
It was the worst one.
Real sushi actually tastes good. Who would have thought?
We should have listened.
Thank you so much for all of the questions. There are a lot of marriage questions. You will be the first to know when we propose and get married. I promise you that.
Probably sooner than you would.
Yeah, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm gonna vlog a little bit of behind the scenes before I do it.
All right.
A little bit of shopping, a little bit of setup.
Well, look at you're getting all excited.
I thought
See
about
that
it.
there.
I've thought about this a lot. Basically for 5 years.
Do be cute.
Come here. Guys, thank you so much for all the questions. If we missed any big ones or you guys want to know more, we are definitely down to order another feast and answer them. This was my favorite video we've ever filmed. And other than that, we'll see you next week.
Bye guys.
Bye.